So, I was going through some Instagram reels the other day, as everyone does when they are in the low point of their lives, and I was eventually led to videos of ladies with questionable characters this close to revealing their tits. I didn't actively search for it, nor in the back of my mind was I hoping to find one. I was just suddenly and without any disclosure led to it. There I was watching how to find intraday breakouts in a stock market, and Instagram decided that's enough knowledge for today. Now have a look at some tits. Which is ironic because you don't commonly get to see nudity on Instagram. Um, you have Reddit for that. And so, because I was a man of culture after all, I headed over to Reddit to do what Instagram assigned me to do: find more such women. But this time, with their with their tops off. And 10 seconds in, I ended up watching a guy getting decapitated by a garbage truck. That's Reddit for you. It's the anti-Instagram. Stops any raging boners in 3 posts or less. If you haven't managed to stumble across Reddit yet, stay there, you're doing just fine. But to the uninitiated, it's a place where you ask questions and people with theoretical, delusional, and highly subjective knowledge answer them. These questions are categorized into subreddits that all eventually lead you to porn, or subreddits that don't actually exist, which also has its own subreddit. Back in 2016, I was proud of being one of those OG Indian Reddit users, but now I do not say this out loud and reserve such kinds of statements for my confessions with the priest, or in r/confessions, or more appropriately, r/slutty confessions. Back then, people used to come to Reddit to find solutions to very specific kind of questions not found on the internet, and users would provide elaborate, correctly spelled with no grammatical errors, paragraphs and paragraphs of helpful advice. Unfortunately, the same thing today is discarded as a bot because we all know today's kids cannot stitch two proper sentences together without having a stroke. The rules of Reddit are simple. If someone likes your post or comment, they will upvote it, and if they downvote it, it probably means you said something logical by mistake. For every upvote you get karma, which you can check every once in a while to feel good about yourself. One upvote equals one karma, and one downvote means a karma deducted from you. Which means if a post, say, gets 10,000 upvotes and 300 downvotes, you get, yes, 9,377 karma points. Exactly. You don't question Reddit, okay? You either follow them or get banned. Not to brag, but I've had my share of Reddit fame and collected tons of karma over the years. And what do I do with it? I shove it up my ass because it has no use whatsoever. If you really, really loved a Reddit post or comment, so much that you wish you could romance with it, you can send that person an award. Again, still a very useless form of validation, by the way. Nothing in this is real. I have to say this out loud because there are certain idiots flocking around on the website buying Reddit coins, which is just virtual money you get in exchange for, you guessed it, real money. You know, the ones that your mom and dad sent you for your tuition and college fees? Yeah, that. So, this is how it works. You use the real money to buy virtual money and spend it on anonymous people, who could also be bots. You never know when you will love a perfectly curated paragraph, for meaningless internet prizes. At this point, just GPay the money directly, bro. But what makes Reddit different is its organization. Every post belongs to a specific subreddit, and every subreddit has members who are part of that community, who will downvote heavily if you mention anything that does not belong there. Like in real life, you've got to read the room. For instance, you can't comment, "I love Christ, for he is thy sole savior and redeemer of all who trust in him," in a Desi Celeb subreddit. Similarly, any mention of killing yourself will usually garner downvotes, but if it is on r/JEE netards, you will fit right in. Every member in a subreddit has to follow specific set of rules within that community, like no abuse, no reposts, no low effort content, no posts that hurt religious or political sentiments. Yeah, nobody really cares. Except for mods. Mods or moderators are the most helpful, selfless piece of shits you will come across on the internet. Becoming the moderator of a Discord or a Reddit community is every introvert nerd's dream who did not get a chance to become the school prefect or rag juniors in college. Since mods pretty much have complete control over what one can and cannot post or comment, nobody is ever happy with them. The people who post always bitch about why their post was removed, and the members smack them down for not removing enough posts. Which is why I want every politician to be a moderator of a subreddit for one day before they enter politics. Just one day. We're gonna have so many bad politicians run for their lives, guys. The last basic feature about Reddit that everyone should know about is their search feature and how no one should ever use it. I wanted to go to the Reddit thread of the recently held BGT test and typed in Australia vs India 5th test post match thread BGT. Here's what Reddit gave me. The very first result is from r/soccer, which, as you know, is a very popular cricket subreddit. The next three results are all cricket related, thankfully, but none of them are exactly what I want. Reddit's like, I hear you, bro. You want a post match thread of the fifth test? Okay, but how about I give you the live match thread of all 3 days instead? And then it realizes I want the post match thread, so it goes back to football. And just when I had given up all hopes, there is this glimmer of light at the very end, and it provides me with the right post. To make matters worse, a subreddit title can sometimes be very misleading. For instance, r/tits on a stick is not about chicken breast barbecue, or r/Indians gone wild is not about safari trips to Jim Corbett National Park. Having said that, if you're still interested to surf around Reddit, here is a basic introduction of some of the Indian subreddits out there. r/India is about Indians complaining about how India is a bad place to live. r/India Speaks is about how r/India only talks about how India is a bad place to live. r/Indian Dank Memes is a place where people argue whether this particular meme is dank, and r/Bakchori stands to its name by calling itself the official subreddit of India. r/Cricket is about cricket fans fighting hard to post non-Indian cricket related posts. r/Cricket shitpost is only about Indian cricket posts. r/Bollywood is about loving old Bollywood films and hating the new ones. r/Bolly Blinds and Gossip is about reminding us where 50% of the unemployment goes to. r/Indian Teenagers is to go and check on every teenager and find out that they're still fucked. r/Anime Indians is about introverts finally finding a place to talk. r/Bangalore is about hating Bangalore. r/Bengaluru is about hating people who hate Bangalore. r/India Social is about girls posting cute pictures of their cats. r/Indian Babes is also about girls posting cute pictures of their cats. r/Stump My Gold is yet another cricket subreddit, and r/Death Rattle Porn is also still about cricket. r/Carrie Minati has nothing to do with Carrie Minati. r/Indian Academia is about making career choices based on random strangers' advices. r/Indian Nostalgia is for 90s kids filled with nostalgia. r/Classic Desi Cool is for 60s kids filled with nostalgia. r/Indian Girls on Tinder is about guys complaining about Indian girls on Tinder. And r/Indian Guys on Tinder is also about guys complaining about Indian girls on Tinder. r/Indian History is about photos taken from CBSE history. r/Indians Read is about Indians flexing about how much they read. r/Total Kalesh is about why we don't need Marvel movies in India. r/Dank in India is about why we need more education in India. r/Desi Fragrance Addicts is about Indians showcasing their non-Desi fragrances. r/Watches India is just a Casio fan page. r/India Investments is about asking, should I invest in stocks or mutual funds in 100 different ways? r/Indian Stock Market is about sharing tricks and tips on how to make money in the stock market and posting about how they lost it all by following them. r/Indian Workplace is discussing about toxic Indian workspace so you can feel good about yours. r/Legal Advice India is about providing legal advices that will never work in real life. r/United States of India is for your US going fetishes. r/India Tax is for your Nirmala Sitharaman fetishes. r/Indian Sports is for that one post to go viral every 4 years during the Olympics. And r/Fing Memes is to find the IDs of those Instagram women I talked about earlier. Which will lead you back to Instagram, and the loop will start all over again. I've been switching between these apps back and forth like a coke addict. It's been 5 days since I last saw daylight, guys. Somebody please help me. Please.